Marine recruits deploy amongst the ruins of war. A Xeno swarm descends swiftly upon them. Now both forces fight for survival. Here on Mountainside Tabletop.
What's up, folks? Welcome to another Kill Team Battle Report, our first one post-dataslate. We've got two teams that we think got a pretty decent glow-up and are certainly a lot more functional than they were a couple months ago. We're very excited to have them both on the table.
Truthfully, who are we to comment on balance?
Yeah.
But these were both teams that people said were bad, and they are both teams that people say got nice buffs.
Many people on both sides were saying this. Anyway, so I'm playing the Vespids today. This is a team that I really liked the look of at launch, but they have been hurting. They really lacked a few tools that other teams have. And they got a pretty okay buff in basically you'll never run out of communion points now unless you choose to, which is good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of not having to worry as much about that restriction. But my list is pretty much the only viable one, which is as many specialists as I can have with a few warriors and a leader. For equipment, I've gone with all of the faction equipment just to keep it simple. I think all of it's pretty good, and it really helps to make the team viable, especially the one that lets you roll 2 dice for communion points. Just gives you like a bit more insurance. I mean, obviously you can roll 2 1s. Trust me, I know. But you know, it helps. It helps feel a bit better anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, the buffs don't really scare me too much, but I am concerned just about your ability to get over on my side of the board. Asymmetrical staging, where because you have fly, you can get off non-reciprocal, not really charges, but shooting lanes and stuff. And just I want to stage aggressively, I think, but then if you are able to come around a corner because you can fly or fly over a building and then just end my whole career by shooting me with AP1, could be bad. And I have a few key operatives, like my leader in particular. If you snipe my leader early, I'll be in a huge amount of trouble.
While the Vespids still have their fair share of weaknesses, their guns are really good. You know, they do hit on 4s, but you can just really stack some buffs on them. So pretty good access to balanced. Obviously, if you move, you get piercing, devastating wounds. They can really snowball and get out of hand. So.
Should we shout out the drone just to get the drone on the turntable?
Sure.
It got buffed now. Its little support aura gives lethal 5-up.
Yep.
That's a nice buff.
Lethal 5-up and devastating wounds is a great combo.
Yeah. Scary. Spooky. Spooky scary.
Spooky scary.
All right. Man, I friggin' love this team last edition. The only time I've played them in this edition so far is when we did our little co-op game. And that doesn't really count because A, it was co-op, and 2, it was only half the team. So it really doesn't count at all.
You just went A and then 2, but we'll leave that in. I like that.
Whatever. Everyone knows I'm unhinged. Okay, so I'm going with the shotgun loadout, and I've got my leader with the chainsword. I'm taking all the specialists. I'm going to do some scout stuff.
Nice.
Right? For equipment, I've gone with all the faction equipment. Obviously, I'm taking the oculars that got improved.
It's so good.
Before it was just once a turn you get saturate.
Yeah.
What is that garbage?
Yeah.
Now it's twice a turn, saturate, and lethal 5-up. On the sniper, so good. On the heavy bolter, so good. On everybody, literally, it's good. And twice a turn. That's an auto take now.
Yeah.
And not everything here. There's an argument for maybe taking cracks. There's an argument that I didn't take the best equipment, but I'm going full scout mode.
Yeah.
I'm taking all the squad equipment. And then I got the forward scouting. So I'm not going to say everything I took. There'll be a list down there. You got to make another graphic to put all the forward scouting I took. Notably, I'm only taking 1 tripwire because I think there's only one place here that's really going to make a big difference.
Yeah.
No booby trap because you can just fly over it. Why would I do that? But I'm obviously taking the new option. As a strategic gambit once per game, I can pick one of my guys to get +1 APL for the turn.
So good.
insane. Obviously, it's a bit less good if you lose initiative because then it incentivizes your opponents to just like kill that person.
Yeah.
But you just, wait till you win initiative
you don't
and then
have to
use
use
it.
it, yeah.
And then it can be so good. Giving it to the leader, especially if he's in a good position to use it, could be nasty because he has 3 APL and there's no caveat that says he can't use it. So he could charge, fight, shoot twice,
Yeah.
or he could charge, fight twice and shoot, or he could, charge, fight, and do a mission action, or like there's lots of options with really good 4 APL plays with the leader. I think that's got to be what you're scared of.
Not really. Like, of course I'm scared of that, but it's like, yeah, I've always been scared of that. And like 3 APL, 4 APL, it's always just going to be dead bugs. My main fear is just these shotguns. I think the math lines up really, really well into me. 5-up saves are basically not saves, And so I'm going to have to get close and I'm going to have to eat some shotguns. And their melee is all right now. And so I've got to worry about that too, because mine is absolutely terrible.
For today's game, we're playing on Vulcus, map 2, and the crit op is Extraction. When we roll off, Vic wins and he takes initiative for himself. There's no equipment to set up, so we go straight to placing our operatives. Now it's my turn to deal with my forward scouting options. Basically, I already had these picked. I put down my trip alarm and get ready to bring the boom.
All right, in the scouting phase, Brad's going to select a free ploy, and I'm going to select an extra piece of equipment and grab some smoke grenades. This gives me the choice, and I'm going to give Brad initiative for turning point 1.
In Turning Point 1, the only gambit played is my free gambit from the scouting phase. I'm just gonna go with Guerrilla Engagement. Honestly, I know this probably isn't gonna do anything. I didn't even want the free ploy. Literally the only reason I went with it is because I thought I was big braining Vic and I was gonna steal initiative. I thought he was gonna go for the reposition. He didn't, so I get this free ploy that's probably gonna do nothing and I get on with my life, I guess.
So pretty classic Turning Point 1 here. Nothing really happens. We're just moving up. Obviously, my team doesn't have a lot of APL to work with in Turning Point 2, so I've got to just like get up now while I can and hope everyone's kind of in the right position going into the next turning point.
A couple of highlights, I suppose. One of my warriors plops down a smoke for free because that's their warrior ability. And my leader's going to pass his APL buff on to the hunter to set up for next turn. Vic has his sniper set up on top of the high vantage point. Honestly, last time that the Vespids were on this channel, it was the same map and you had the same side.
Yeah.
And I think I played too passively and you just like sniped me from up top. I'm going to play so much more aggressively now. You don't even know what's coming.
Well, apparently I do. All right, in Turning Point 2, unfortunately, Brad wins initiative, so his promises to play aggressively are about to come true, I guess. In the strategic phase, he's going to play Gunfire Ambush and Blade Ambush, and then use a couple of the forward scouting options. He's going to use Tactical Maneuver to bring his leader's APL up to 4, which is pretty scary. And then he's going to use Diversion on my Sky Blast. I forgot that this was an option. Honestly, this is a little bit devastating. I have so few APL to begin with that having my best gun minus an APL really, really hurts. I'm not going to do much here. I'm going to play Aerial Agility and Airborne Predators. These are just both things that will improve my life if I move around a bit.
Yeah, I think I gotta go with my Sergeant, and like I don't know if it counts as an Alpha Strike if it's at the beginning of turn 2.
Yeah.
But I'm going for something here. So first up, before he runs in and dies probably, I'm going to use his free APL buff on the Warrior in the smoke. Then I'm going to charge in and we're going to have a leader fight.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I get a reroll here from my ambush ploy, and I'm going to spend a CP. Unfortunately, it's just not enough. I take 3 damage and don't get the kill. I bring your leader down to 2. But I'm Astartes, so I'm going to fight again. I only need 1 hit and I easily get the kill. Now, since I buffed up my APL, I still have 1 action left. So I'm going to shoot your warrior over here. I'm going to use my targeting oculars for that sick lethal 5-up. I get a good roll, you get a bad save, and I get a kill here.
Yep, that's pretty devastating.
Even aerial agility wasn't enough.
Yeah.
I get a sick double kill to start off Turning Point 2, and here's a sick message from us to our patrons. This absolutely disgusting 4 APL Sergeant play was brought to you by the 1 HP Gangsters and Mountain Goats!
I feel like it was brought to me by them. Thanks a lot.
Over on our Patreon.
Yeah.
Thank you to everyone who's been supporting us through the winter months.
Yeah.
I know it's tough, especially with the state of the economy. What is the meme?
I don't know.
The economy these days? In this economy? Yeah, people used to say that. That's an old meme. In this economy, but thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. It really helps us keep going. And like Brad said, everything is tough for everyone right now. And so we really appreciate the folks who have stuck with us. We really appreciate the new people who sign up. We appreciate the people who have left, who are with us for a while, and everyone that has supported us and clicks on the videos and leaves a comment and hangs out in the Discord and joins the Patreon and has bought the t-shirts and everything. Thank you. We really, really appreciate all of it. And we're going to keep making more of this stuff. So if you like it, stay tuned.
Okay, back to the carnage.
Yeah. Okay, so, no point in getting hung up on how devastating that was. So my Shade Strain is going to fly over to the top of this building and shoot down at Brad's Hunter with the neutron grenade. This is a really high-value target for me since he's got his buffed APL. He's a nightmare in melee, which really plays well into me, so I've got to get him off the board. Now that I have more communion points than I'm ever going to use, I'm going to spend one on a reroll here. Unfortunately, after all the dice are done, I only get 5 damage through, and that hunter's not even injured.
Yeah, brutal. Well, my smoke expired from Turning Point 1, so that smoked warrior that had his APL buffed is going to move up, plant a beacon. Yeah, I'm revealing plant beacons. This is actually the first time ever I've taken plant beacons.
Yeah.
Shocking. And then he's just going to re-smoke himself. Come at me. I'm going to force you to come down.
Smoke him if you got him. Okay, my Swarm Guard is going to take a shot at Brad's leader. I can't believe that this didn't kill him. It's only going to bring him down to 2 wounds. And then I'm also going to reveal plant beacons and throw one down, doing my free communion action for the turn with my equipment.
I'm just going to burn an activation, basically. I'm going to move up with this warrior and get ready to score points in the next turn.
All right, well, if I keep waiting around, Brad's just going to get too much board presence, so I'm going to kind of try to force his hand here and start the crit up. So this warrior is just going to move up dead into the center. At least I'll be obscured from a few shots here and hit the center objective, kind of starting the dominoes here.
This is basically suicide, and it feels bad to use a gunner for this, but I think it's worth it. My missile launcher gunner is going to move out basically into the open and tap your home point for 2 VP.
Yeah, that hurts. I didn't think that you were going to be able to get to that one, but it's okay because that means that like the big money objective is going to be on the side where all of my operatives are, so I'm not too upset by that. My warrior's just going to move to juice up his weapon a bit and take a shot at that missile launcher and get an easy kill.
Yeah, I was putting this off as long as I could, but I think I have to go with my hunter now. I'm going to charge and fight the Shade Strain. Now, because I climbed up this building, I have lethal 3 up, which is a bit ridiculous, and ceaseless and rending from my ambush ploy. I do get the kill, but I'm taken all the way down to 1 HP remaining.
This member of the 1 HP gang is brought to you by Matt H. Thanks, Matt H.
I do have 1 APL left, so I'm going to shoot down at the warrior inside this building. I'm not looking for a kill, I'm just looking for chip damage, and that's exactly what I get. I get 3 damage through, so you're down to, what, 6?
Yep. All right, my warrior's going to activate now. I'm going to fly just to be close enough here to get through this smoke and take a shot at Brad's scout. Luckily, get the kill.
Yeah, I'll just shoot you back. My sniper's in a hilarious position shooting through a window. And I get the kill.
I don't know how I'm going to deal with that sniper. If he's just concealed behind that window, looking at the only objective that matters all game, that's a big problem for me.
Charge him.
Yeah, honestly, like, maybe. All right, so my long sting is going to take a shot at Brad's leader. You know, I've been criticized for this in the past. I'm not going to use the accurate 2 that I could get here from being on the vantage point. I don't want Brad to be able to roll any defense dice here. I'm just looking for crits for devastating wounds. Luckily, I get it, and that's going to bring him down. Then I'm going to do a 4-inch dash into the smoke. So thanks for giving me cover there.
You stole my smoke.
I did.
Oh, that's a bit oops. All right, my tracker's going to set something up. He's moving a bit and then going to auspex scan. So this warrior in the building is not going to be obscured for me.
So I was really hoping that my drone could charge and kill the hunter, not only because it would be hilarious to take out your best melee operative that way, but because it would save my 2 remaining warriors to do more important stuff. But unfortunately, I am just 1 inch short of that being the option, so I can't do it. So the drone is just going to move up the board a little bit and turn on their support, giving everyone around them lethal 5 and saturate.
My gunner with the heavy bolter is going to take a shot at the warrior Victor has in the center building. Now he's not obscured because of the auspex from the tracker. I have relentless from my equipment and a ploy combined. This is obviously going to kill you, but I just have to not roll a bunch of ones twice. And I don't, easy kill.
So unfortunately, because my drone wasn't able to get that charge, I've got to use my Sky Blast here to shoot Brad's hunter. I do get the kill, but this honestly is such a bad proposition for me because I, instead of being able to do this with my drone, had to put my Sky Blast on engage. I only have 1 APL, so I can't move down to safety or anything like that. So I think this is basically a guaranteed trade of operatives. A full health Sky Blast for a 1 HP hunter, but I don't see what choice I have.
In blast activation, my warrior over here is just going to plant a beacon and then move up toward the center of the map to hopefully plant another beacon next turn. So at the end of turning point 2 here, scouts have a little bit of a lead. It's 6-4, and I'm feeling pretty good, but who knows? I have a lot of exposed operatives.
Yeah, definitely. I think losing initiative hurt there. You got a great first activation with your leader. I was kind of expecting him to get a double kill. What I wasn't expecting was needing to sink 3 more activations into killing him.
He was tanky.
He just kept staying there. So many of your guys took like more than 2 tries to kill, which really hurt me. But luckily, I've got all of my board presence over on the only objective that matters now. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, things aren't great, but maybe.
It is great. This Skirmish Mat. They get more unhinged every time.
Yeah, they do.
Turning point 3, Victor wins initiative. So I'm going to play stealth relocation on one of my warriors just to keep him safe, and gunfire ambush as well. Vic plays airborne predators and sting, and then we get into the action.
All right, my long sting's going to activate. I've got to do a 4-inch dash just to be within 2 inches so I can see Brad's concealed operative, and I'm going to take a shot. Jesus.
What do you hit on?
3s. Balanced. Communion point reroll. Okay. Well, let's not belabor this.
Right?
Yep.
Saved.
Obviously, that is extremely devastating. I cannot believe that that's what's just happened. But what are you going to do?
Okay, well, this is something you were worried about last turn. My sniper is just going to shoot the Sky Blast from the other side of the map, and I get an easy kill.
All right, well, my Swarm Guard is going to move up and plant a beacon on Brad's half. Kind of boring and nothing activation, but I got to score points somehow.
You could score points by killing me.
I can't, apparently.
Okay, my tracker's going to move and shoot this long sight. Nothing happens. I was hoping for some chip damage, but it's just a whiff.
All right, this warrior is so out of position that with only 2 APL, he's not going to be able to do anything helpful anyway, so I'm just going to move out into the open, plant a beacon while I can still score a VP from it, and just eat whatever's coming his way.
Well, I'd like to kill you, actually, so I'm going to use a shotgun guy to activate his oculars and shoot you. And then kill you.
Yeah.
And then plant my own beacon.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
My drone is just going to move up onto the objective. He only counts as 1 APL there, but I might as well just throw something on there and then do his support to buff the guns that are going to die anyway.
I got a warrior here that has some play. I'm going to shoot your long sight. Yeah, good roll. Easy kill. Then I'll pay a CP on Astartes to shoot the Swarm Guard as well. Another good roll. But you save really well. You only take 4 damage there.
My Swarm Guard will counteract now, take a shot at that warrior, and get the kill.
My last operative here is my one remaining gunner. He can't really get a good shot off. He can't move and plant a beacon or anything, so I'm just gonna move and dash, or reposition rather, and dash up. I'm hoping I can plant a beacon next turn with him, or maybe get a shot off. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But that's the end of turning point 3. I'm up by 3 points now instead of just 2, but it's still anybody's game, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I think there is a universe in which I can pick up the objective and run away and maybe score a few more points that way. But it's going to be hard and it's going to take some dice.
Yeah. All right, we're in turning point 4 and Vic wins the initiative he needs. He plays Airborne Predators. I play Stealth Relocation just to do a little dashing, and we get into the action. Who are you gonna kill, Victor?
Okay, so obviously there's not a lot of operatives left. Not a lot happens for the rest of this game. So it starts with my Swarm Guard moving and planting another beacon, just scoring points where I can and try to spread Brad's fire a bit.
Yeah, my sniper goes, he just moves and shoots the Swarm Guard with the oculars. This is the mobile profile. I couldn't see him from where I was before, but it's enough to get the kill.
My drone is going to charge Brad's tracker. I'm not going to fight. I'm just thinking that this way he won't be able to get to the point and activate it, so it's kind of just denying him some VP.
Yeah, I'm just going to fight your drone. I spend a CP on a reroll, and you die. Then you're out of guys, so I'm just going to move, plant a beacon, and pass with my last warrior. That's the game. So we're looking at 12 to 7 points here. We both went TAC op for primary op. So the final score is 14 to 9 for the Vespids.
Nope, 14 to 9 for the Scouts.
Oh, right, 14 to 9 for the Scouts. Leave it in.
Yeah, I wish. Yeah, bit of a rough game, but I think losing an APL on my Skyblast was a real devastating turning point. That was super powerful.
Yeah, the Scouts felt great in this matchup, but it's hard to know if it's because they were just facing the Vespids or not.
Yeah, we got a lot of thoughts as always, and we're going to talk about them more in our Patreon postmortem. So if you're a member over there, check it out, and if not, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, everybody.